You know, hard work pays. I put in a hell of a lot of work all throughout this build-up in the fight. I pumped out more content than anybody, more content than Fox, more content than ESPN, more content than BT Sport, more content than everybody on the Mac Live on my own channels. You know what I mean? I'm a workhorse from all angles, not just in the gym. I'm building this media empire now myself, and we pumped out the content. I'm very proud of how it went. We consistently, daily movies I was releasing, you know, from like a month ago, every single day. You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. So I'm very proud of it, and I'm very, like, the work pays, hard work pays, and I put in the work, and that's why I'm sitting at the top. I put it all on the line, I show up, I perform, and I get the results from that.
I think some people, and maybe I used to think once you got successful, you could, you're successful, and okay, now you can kind of just relax a little bit, but that's not the case at all. You have to pedal even harder. You have to work even more. There are more opportunities that need more time and dedication, and in order to do them well, you have to really hunker down and do the hard work. But I've never been afraid of hard work, and I always tell people when I'm asked, and it's pretty often that I'm asked about dreams and achieving creative goals, that I always believe that the bridge between reality and a dream is work. And I always, in moments of despair and doubt and dark days, focus on the work. I show up and I work and I work and I work and I work.
I took everything that I learned from an ethics standpoint that my grandfather taught me and put it into that. And saying if you pound it as hard, whatever thing in the same direction, if you keep hitting it, at a certain point it's gonna break and it'll open up. So that's what I did. Like, it was like, okay, cool, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna focus on this thing. We go either succeed or die trying. It is what it is.
I mean, you know, everybody got the same story, we just got different details. But like I always say, life is 10% what happens to you, it's 90% what you do about it. So the first step is getting completely and brutally honest enough to say, I am tired of myself. When you say I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's the facilitator of change. That's when you're ready to say these words, no more excuses. No more excuses. I went to Kent State, I dropped out. I didn't drop out, I flunked out. Now that threw my life into a spiral, but because I didn't have a college degree, I could not let that stop me. And like you're doing, where you're saying, all my friends at this age are settling in your careers, you don't even know if they're happy or not. Stop comparing yourself to others. So the first thing you do is stop focusing on other people. Instead, focus on being the best version of you that you can. Then you'll recognize that you deserve to sit at the big table with everybody else after you become the best that you can be.
I always believe that natural talent can take you so far, but I think you need to have the work ethic and the drive to achieve your potential. I mean, I'd say, you know, my natural talent, you know, probably brought me 50% of the way. But then after that, it was all down to the work that I've done and the volume of work that I've done over the last 15 years. You know, when I really started to take golf seriously and, you know, thought about, you know, making this a career.
So the one thing my father gave me, which was really key, was that work ethic. That ability to get myself up in the morning, no matter how tired I was, to push myself through those pain barriers. And again, the combination of the loss of a mother at 6, and then being sent out to work at 10, I mean, starting work at 5 o'clock in the morning to do the milk round, being dropped off at 8:45 at school in the milk van. You know, that work ethic, so that combination of those two, work ethic and great insecurity, was what got me to where I went to.
And then I joined Black Flag, and I thought I was a hardworking person. Then you meet the guys in Black Flag who are so driven. You see Greg Ginn work 23-hour days. Like, Greg, you're still on the phone. I know. Greg, when did you eat? I don't know. Greg, when was the last time you showered? Do we have a shower? Like the guy, we were not going to be stopped. And I kind of go at that intensity, kind of anything I do. Like, you're a very calm, good-looking young man. Look at me, I'm a spaz sitting next to you. Like, I'm doing an interview with you. I can't help it. Focus. I'm sweating, man. And so, but I'm like this going to the airport, like 10 miles out. And so it's anger that has informed kind of my life, and unflatteringly a sense of vengeance. Every damn person who said I wouldn't be anything, I'm crushing them every day. Everybody I had to endure in any band I was in every day into a powder.
In order to succeed, not just in the fashion business, but just to succeed generally, is it talent or hard work?
It's a combination of both, but I would say it's slanted towards hard work, slanted towards obsession. There are many designers who have much greater talent as a designer than I do, but they may not have my drive, they may not work as hard, they may not have the focus, the desire. I mean, you have to have a talent, because in the end, you can have all those things, and if the pair of pants you make don't make someone's butt look good, they're not going to buy them.
Yeah.
So you have to have the talent to be able to make something that people want. But then you also have to have the drive and the desire to, sometimes people are successful because maybe they don't have that drive, but they have someone around them who takes their raw talent and pushes them. But what you often see is when that other person steps away, their career can collapse, even though their talent may be immense.
You need a study room. Try to make like literally a little enclosure somewhere where you can go off, hibernate, and study, so that nobody is bothering you. And if you want, you can close the door, shut the windows, turn off the TV, no distractions, total silence. You want to have as much control over that space as possible, and you want to organize it well.